Brother, if you've been through divorce and feel broken, like someone ripped your life away, this is for you because I've been there and I came back. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the exact steps that took me from rock bottom to a life I'm proud of again. They'll help you as well. But first, I'm going to share the one change that I made that started it all, and you can start it today. Divorce doesn't just change your relationship, it rips through your identity as a man, your daily life, your future. And if you're a dad, it shakes the very foundation you stand on. But listen closely, man. Divorce can break you, but it doesn't have to end you. This is your story of rebuilding, of choosing to forge ahead when life has handed you a shit sandwich. Now it's about rediscovering your purpose, your power, and potential. And yes, you do have a future after divorce. Now, this isn't some BS motivational message I'm trying to hand you. This is your blueprint for your comeback. And I speak from experience, so stick with me on this. The first change that starts it all is remembering your worth. So let's get into your specific steps to move forward. Finding new purpose within and beyond a husband and a father. You may feel like you're in an identity crisis right now. When the title of husband disappears, it's normal for you to think, who am I? And when your kids aren't around all the time, you also feel, who are you now as well? There's an emotional vacuum. It's why isolation hits harder for you as a man. And detaching your identity from your relationship status is tough. It's who you were or are as a man. It's why purpose isn't something you find, it's something you build. So let's design your purpose. Health, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Physically, you need to be doing something every day, walking, working out, going for a hike, whatever it is you enjoy, but something that is going to uh, help you physically from a health perspective. It's also going to improve your mood and restore some of the confidence that you may have lost during your marriage and your divorce. Mentally and emotionally, maybe you journal, maybe you vlog, maybe you write. Express what you're going through and where you hope to be in your new life after divorce. This will help you process and heal, and it will give you a sense of purpose moving forward. Your interests, the things you like to do. Pick a subject you really enjoy and go deep with it. Maybe it's history, finance, technology, spirituality, sports, whatever it is you enjoy. Focusing on something you enjoy will not only bring you the enjoyment, but a sense of purpose as well. Purpose in fatherhood, even when you're not with them and you don't see them every day. It's tough. It really is. But you can build connection even in the little moments. Maybe calls before bedtime, a voice message here and there, a letter you write to them and drop off, a card you drop off. These little things do have an impact on your kids. It reminds them, Dad loves me and is always thinking about me. And if you can intermingle teaching them values and life lessons through these little moments, that's even more powerful. It establishes your legacy with your kids. Kids are very resilient and they understand a lot more than we give them credit for. Involve them in your growth. Let them see you process, heal, and progress. It's actually a wonderful life lesson for them. Service. Service can give you purpose as well. Maybe you volunteer with a kids program. Maybe you mentor someone. There's a mentorship program or faith-based groups that you can join. Maybe you host a single dads meetup or a single dads group. Support others. Your pain can now be someone else's roadmap. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing these messages here on Resilient Man. I want to help guys like you who may be where I was, to let them know there's life on the other side. I hope you'll join Resilient Man Community by subscribing and commenting your thoughts on this message as well. So, what gives your life meaning outside of your kids? Write down 3 passions you may have neglected and one way to reintroduce them back into your life. Get excited about that and about your purpose again. Next step, self-discipline. Why discipline saves you? We don't rise to the level of motivation. We fall to the level of our habits. Rebuilding starts now when no one's watching. So let's talk about how routine rebuilds self-worth and confidence, which may have taken a hit through your marriage and divorce. Morning and nighttime routines. That's the morning. Establish a regular morning routine. Up early, have your coffee, hydrate. Maybe you go for a walk or work out. You get out and get some sunshine and fresh air. Then you move forward with focus and intention throughout your day, working on your goals for that day. In the evening, you review what you accomplished, you review your wins, you prep for the next day, and then you unplug from distractions well before going to bed so you can get a good night's rest. Financial discipline for dads. Get serious about this. Track every single dollar. Set kid-centered goals, maybe for saving for a trip with your kids, maybe for their birthdays, their college fund, or long-term stability. Financial discipline doesn't just happen, it happens with intention, one day at a time. And avoid guilt spending to make up for the time apart. Unfortunately, many of us dads end up being a Disneyland dad where we spend a lot of money on the kids when we're together to make up for the time we were apart. This is done out of guilt and it hurts financial discipline. So don't fall into that trap. Mental discipline. Here's a daily reading challenge for you. Read 10 pages every day for the next 30 days. It's going to help to craft a new mindset. Maybe you read on Stoicism, the Bible, or whatever your faith is. Anything self-improvement related will help you to craft a new mindset and actually make you more resilient moving forward. Meditation, cold showers, journaling, these are also great grit builders. They will strengthen your mental discipline as well. Eliminate digital escapism. We're all guilty of it. Too much gaming, doom scrolling online, even here on YouTube, addiction traps of various kinds online as well. Refocus your attention to something that's going to benefit your growth. So choose one habit to start tomorrow morning. Write it down, set an alarm, commit to it. What's one habit you're going to incorporate into your life to strengthen your discipline? Co-parenting. Maybe you need a communication reset with your ex. You don't have control over her, but you do have control over you and how you respond versus react. You don't need to like your ex, but your kids need you to be civil. Try to keep conversations short, structured, and focused on the kids only. If you need to, come up with what you're going to say when dealing with common conflicts with your ex, maybe last minute changes, she's being passive aggressive or giving you a hard time. She knows what buttons to push to trigger you. Don't give that to her. There are also some tools that can help you with this as well, and it will help you to stay organized. Google Calendar. If you use Google Calendar together, this is a way everything is on the calendar with you and your ex. Both of you know when and where and what is expected from both of you. Google Docs for your agreements and changes and such. Both Google Calendar and Google Docs will help to reduce miscommunication and potential arguments. Legal realities. Know your custody rights and obligations. Unfortunately, many guys don't read their agreements thoroughly and it causes problems. You should know your custody agreement word for word, and that will enable you to know when and if you need to get a lawyer involved. Keep records of all communication with your ex. Always assume it may be seen in court. My suggestion is email. All communication should be email. It's better than text and more easily submitted in court. And it documents well. If you have a conversation with your ex, whether in person or on the phone, make sure you follow it up with an email documenting what was discussed so there is no misunderstanding of what is expected. Again, assume it will be seen in court. Parenting with presence. Make transitions smooth for the kids when you're picking them up or dropping them off. Again, you don't have control over her, you have control over you. Try and create routines and rituals for the kids. It gives you and your kids a sense of peace versus chaos. Show up, even if you only have a few hours, it counts. If you show up to everything and anything you can, even if it's just for a little bit of time, it reinforces to the kids, Dad loves me and I matter to him. It builds emotional trust over time. You don't need to overcompensate. You just need to be consistent. Be a steady presence in their lives that they can depend on. So, what's one co-parenting practice you can improve this week? Start with it and focus on your child's peace, not your pride. The inner game, your mindset, forgiveness, and moving forward. So you are not your mistakes. You are not your divorce. It's simply something that you unfortunately had to go through. Recognize shame versus responsibility. There were two people involved in your marriage, and it's almost never solely one person's fault. So forgive yourself for the mistakes you may have made. Reframe your story. This happened, but it's not the end of my story, and I have a lot of life left to live. Forgiveness, even when your ex doesn't deserve it. Letting go doesn't mean approval. It means freedom for you. One exercise that I would suggest is write a letter to your ex that you're never going to give to her. You're never going to send to her. Say what you want to say to her, forgive her, and then release her. You're doing this for you. You don't need to carry this baggage around anymore. It doesn't serve you, so let it go. And forgive yourself, especially for not being perfect. You made mistakes. We all do. That is human. Now you're moving forward to be a better man and father than you were yesterday. And that is real progress. Reclaim your peace. Practice stillness. Go for walks. No music, no distractions, just so you can think. Spend time in nature, whether it's for a walk or for a hike or whatever you enjoy doing out in nature. It will help you to have more peace. These things help you to slow down after what you've been through, to process and heal. Let go of control. Focus on you and what you can shape now. And there's a lot more than you may realize. What's one part of your story you need to release? Say it out loud, then let it go for you. This is your comeback blueprint. Rebuilding is not going to happen in a single moment. It happens in a tiny thousands of single moments. Accept that you're going to have good days and bad. Maybe waking up when you didn't feel like it, choosing to give grace over anger, showing up even when your heart is still broken, when you've been wronged. You may be divorced, but you're not done, man. Not as a man, not as a father, not as a builder of your legacy, especially with your kids. This is your comeback, your rise. Check out these two videos as well. They'll help you with practical tips moving forward. Subscribe and join the community and share this with other guys who may need to hear this message. Comment below. What's your next step moving forward? Know your worth, protect your peace.